No, because you go instantly into a lobby, and it started anyway. I think that's going to be a lobby restart. Right, there's not like it. Right, so hello everyone and welcome to Formula 2 then for the first round of the season. And it's Sem's AI in first position down the straight.
Doesn't look like he's an A, because usually ghosted, right?
No, it's because he's, yeah, Sem is not doing this lap, but his AI is doing very well. Look at Jam all the way down in 19th. Former champion. Really struggling here. His brother Ham's at the moment at the top in P1. I'm surprised Toby is coming towards the front now. P2 for Toby. Corey up in P3. It's still Ham who leads the way though. Suppose there wasn't a lobby restart because it was very early ready up. And yeah, Sem's now dropped down to P15, so looking like Sem will start at the back. Toby and Ham now trading places. Ham's got a lot of oversteer and again, which has helped Toby out. Ham having the lift more, which allowed Corey into P2. Although Ham's straight back into P2 again, but Corey takes over again. But as expected, Toby looks to take provisional pole, well, looks to take pole altogether. Medal up in fourth as well. Dodgy's right up there as well. So yep, Toby on pole by 2 tenths over Corey. 1.5 back to Ham and Medal. And it's an 8-tenth gap between P4 and P5. That's massive.
Jesus.
Any shocks or surprises, Legends?
I mean, obviously, like, Sam had that unfortunate issue at starting qualifying, but would have been interesting to see where he would have qualified. But apart from that, it was kind of close. Only a tenth top separating the top two. I thought it would be a little bit bigger, but
yeah, it could have been worse for Sam. Obviously, he starts in 16th, but he could have easily been last. Benz and Warhead disqualified. Baggy is going to start on reverse grid pole. Up the Baggy fan. It happened last year in Brazil when he went backwards very quickly. And now Baggy's on pole again.
well,
This is going to be interesting. Upper Baggy fan.
start pole on a new game. I know we've done the testing and stuff, but it's still nerve-wracking because you got these 4 drivers. It will be nerve-wracking. And we have no formation laps. So you can't even prepare yourself, so this is even worse.
Oh, God. Yeah, the first time ever. Well, not first time ever, but first time in a long time that there's been no formation lap. And hopefully no one forgets that. Otherwise, there'll probably be a DNF and a red flag on that one. So yeah, I wonder if we will see our first ever red flag in SLR.
See, they just seem so impossible to get in this game. Red flags. Like, there's to be like a massive pile-up for just to get one, so it's going to be interesting. As we are going.
That could easily happen here. Everyone on the hards, as expected, and it's lights on the way we go. We don't even see the lights. What the hell? What's happened to QWERTY? Oh, and there's carnage in the back. What the hell was going on there?
Oh, there's wings everywhere.
Yeah, I don't like no formation laps. That was just way too quick into the race. And Owen up into P2, Dodgy is up 2, Toby's already up into 6th. But Baggy Fan's got a 1 second lead here. Look at Baggy running away with it. Oh no, there's 3 wide.
Chance we could bring back.
Right,
We could bring back the broadcast formation laps, or is that just done and dusted?
There's still 3 wide now with Jam, Southerner and Ham.
See that here.
Oh great, into turn 10 we go. Somehow no one makes contact. That's another wing breaker, that corner is. But Jam's up 6. QWERTY's gone down 12, obviously we saw him fly across the straight into the wall. Not quite sure why or how. Sem's already up in the P10 as well, so he's up 6 places as well. And Squashy Cheese has had a slight mistake, he's dropped down to 17th. So yeah, an action-packed first lap of the sprint. And it's Toby now gets past Southerner. Although Southerner's got much more straight line.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who peels into pits after that down into that one, because there were a few wings falling over there. But depending on how bad it is, because some might just stick it out for 12 laps.
Right, Owen's finally starting to catch Baggy. Corey's looking to try and get a pass. Move into Dodgy into turn 1, brakes later. Get the inside line.
Oh, someone's just went straight on it.
Yeah, I saw that. That's Sem. Sem is completely not braked at all.
I thought he was going to take out a lot of people.
But that is Corey up in the P4 then.
Mashing at F1 Corey having a little bit of a tanglement there, both going on the gravel. Corey's coming back at him again.
Well, Warhead's now dropped down the order.
These
F2 cars are so different to drive compared to the next last year's. Jam. Massive oversteer on that curb. Look at the steering angle he's putting in for that hairpin. Turn 8 before we've got Toby looking to try and get back past Jam. Still. That is nice racing for those two to go too wide through turn 10. So fair play. But Jam got more straight line speed. Thought about a move into turn 11. Can't do it now. Medals on Dodgy as well. And we've got a 4-car battle at the moment for the lead. Baggy is coming on to lead 2 laps of a Formula 2 race. Beast thought about a move.
Straight line speed to
no win, but now he's going to be overtaken by Corey instead.
Still back wheel bang in there.
Yeah, Beast is going to be begging Owen to give him slipstream. But Beast is running a little less downforce than Owen and Corey, which could be useful later on. Yeah, I did not expect Baggy to retain the lead. I thought it was going to be a bit like Brazil where he just instantly drops. Dodgy's now having to defend from Toby. And yeah, coming into this, everyone thought Toby was going to dominate and potentially get maximum points. A bit of contact there between the two.
Well, he still has a lot of time, and there is now a DRS train forming between, I want to say, pretty much from the top 10.
Any more contact there, but Toby goes around the outside of Dodgy. As Beast now drops behind Medal and Corey, and then there's contact between Medal and Corey.
And the battle for the lead as well.
And now more contact.
Went side by side for third 10. I don't know how overpowered it is on an F2 car DRS, but I know in F1 it's very overpowered, this game.
Yeah, it doesn't look too effective. It's a massive battle here. Oh, contact between Corey and Medal there, I think. Corey's done well to hold that. As we got a
virtual
VSC for no reason.
Oh, it's like me hosting.
Yeah.
It's like randomly happened.
You feel like you're not hosting it?
It'd be lovely if it just changed into a red flag. First one.
Corey got lucky there, because he dove down the inside of Medal, and obviously that VSC has come out just as he went past.
Corey. Oh, Corey did it perfectly to get a run on Beast there.
Alan, Sem's retired in the pit lane. Alan sped under the VSC, so he's got a drive-through penalty. Medals now drops to 6th behind Toby again. So Medals just dropped 3 places in a matter of corners. I see Saturn's also pitted. Surprised Mash is down in 13th. Oh, that's a big oversteer moment there from UK Beast Assassin. As Owen has taken the lead against Baggy Fan. I mean, fair play to Baggy.
Oh, turn 10
led
as well.
for 3 laps. He could get the lead back here though. He's got DRS. He has got to watch out for the reigning champion Corey behind him. Surely we don't get a Baggy podium. Surely. Oh, there you go. Corey down the inside. Yeah, I think I've just cursed the potential Baggy podium now. It's just instantly going wrong. Sorry, Baggy. There's a massive gap as well between P10 and everyone else, between Southerner and Bennett.
Yeah, he's gonna lose it here as well, I think. Oh, he's actually got some better straight line speed as Baggy.
Here comes Corey then. Retakes the lead as Toby gets Baggy Fan.
Yeah, it's very.
So it looks like it's going to be a new season, but it's still going to be Corey and Toby battling it out for the win. As always. As it was on so many occasions last season. That looks set to continue. Yeah, Toby's definitely not having it all his own way, as everyone thought he would.
Well, he has got his teammate ahead of him, so. But I don't think there'll be team orders in the opening race of the season.
I doubt it. Oof, almost in the back.
Almost
With
runs in the
Owen
back.
and Corey, yeah.
Wow, hope I've ever run.
Owen definitely lifted on that straight then. Let Toby through.
I mean,
But now it is a battle. Toby and Corey, they're both up 8 places. They just have DRS at the moment. I think everyone behind Jam and Southerner are the ones who got wing damage on that opening lap.
maybe fallen off a bit. Yeah, I just see a lot of like Spectre wings flying off, but none of them have damage. So unless it's like,
I mean,
Quarry has
we
damage.
have had a lot of, you know, glitches where like end plates look like they're on, but in actual fact they're missing. Like we can't always see all the damage.
They don't even start with glitches. We were commentating 2 races at one point.
Oh yeah, that was great last season. Britain Division 3 was a class race to commentate. Or well, multiple races to commentate. Baggy's now dropped down to P5 and now he's got Ham and Beast. I'm diving down the inside, but Baggy hangs it around the outside. Baggy's not afraid of all these big names.
We might see them moving
Baggy did
into turn one.
Baggy went from medium traction control to full traction control, and he instantly gained 8/10 on that one lap that he did in full traction. So
Jesus.
that's the Baggy traction. But he's going to get overtaken by Ham here. Potentially Beast as well. As there we go, then Corey and Toby down into turn one. Corey cuts him off on the exit of one, but Toby's going to get the better exit and the DRS. Although none of them have the DRS.
No, they both went for the section turn together.
Corey on the inside line again, a bit of oversteering. Toby on the switchback. And that's going to be Toby in front into the left right, where it's only really one line. As Corey sent it from miles back, that's a collision. That was always going to happen. Corey's come off worse with it. But yeah, that was a send and a half from Corey.
May have
And he's gone deep
a
again.
little bit of damage for that.
Yeah, potentially. I think it was more wheel to wheel though, so I think they'll both be alright.
Ah, it must have been on marbles then, because when you go on the marbles, it's horrible.
Right, yeah. Oh, Corey had marbles all the way from turn one. He was not on the racing line since turn one, so he would have a lot of marbles on. Medal.
Yeah, he still managed to close in, so it's definitely not wing damage then.
Yeah, obviously Slipstream's going to help him down this back straight, and then he'll get DRS as well. As will Medal on Owen and UK Beast Assassin on Ham. Baggy's keeping up these two, he's just keeping in their DRS. Oh, Beast has gone into the back of Ham.
Yeah.
And that's given Baggy damage. No, Baggy. I'm fairly certain Baggy would have picked up damage there. He went right into the back of Ham, who's facing the wrong way. So now 3 wide into turn 1. A Southerner, Dodgy and Jam. Jam into the back of Southerner, slightly. But then Dodgy goes around the outside, but now we've got switchbacks. Jam's been boxed in by Dodgy and Southerner. Jam's going to go around the outside anyway, but he goes a little too deep, and that's going to allow Southerner back into P8. And yeah, Medal did get past Owen. That's formed a nice gap, so it's going to be P4 at worst for Owen, unless anything happens. But yeah, it's the 3 at the front that you kind of expected. Everyone thought Toby was going to dominate. He's got pole. It looks like he's going to win the reverse grid sprint race as well. But then you've got Corey and Medal, who everyone thought was going to be up there as well. So I think the surprise is definitely Owen. Right, and Baggy.
And he's a little bit losing Medal here, but
Dodgy Southerner battling on still. Virtuosi versus Dams, and Jams there as well. Oh, is Jams taken out Dodgy? And now that's going to drop Dodgy right out of the points and into about 13th. Baggy's going to get 3 points as it stands. And we know Beast would potentially be under investigation for a collision as well. So Baggy could get P5 still, despite potentially having damage from when Beast took out Ham. Although those collisions have very much spread out this field, because no one's within DRS range apart from Mash and down in P12. As QWERTY and Squashy have switched places. Squashy's thinking about a send, and he's going to send it from miles back, and they somehow don't collide. I'm not quite sure how they didn't. Quirty had to go off the track to avoid him, as Warhead's just come from nowhere to overtake him. Warhead with the switch, trying to switch back. Just couldn't get the exit. Not sure how, because Squashy was all over the place on corner 6 traction. Yeah, Toby's really running away with it now. 2 seconds out of Corey. But he's got that corner completely wrong. Way too deep, which is how Squashy back within a 10th. Is he going to go for the dive bomb into the final corner? No, he's not. He's going to take the DRS and wait for the straight. Can Mash get Cooper Benz? Break at the same time. Mash on the inside line. He's going to run it deep and block any sort of exit. He's on the tight line for turn 2 though. But he's got a very nice exit, and he's got the DRS as well. Because he was behind Benz at the activation point. Detection point even. Now he's right behind Bennett.
Yeah, everyone's spread out now massively.
Ooh, Bennett made a slight mistake there. Southerner is getting within DRS range of Baggy now, so they could potentially battle on the final 2 laps. Otherwise we're back to this train caused by Bennett at the front of it. It's deep for Mash though, that could allow Benz, but Benz will oversteer. Ruins any chance of that. Dodgy also made a mistake, so he couldn't capitalise on Benz's mistake. Yeah, Southerner's going to get Baggy, surely.
Yeah.
3 attempts now.
The Baggy's still carrying that damage as well, isn't he?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, his lap times ain't been too bad compared to Beast, to be fair, so he might have escaped damage. Or Beast himself has damage. Southerner's going to go on the outside racing line, down straight. That's easy picking, although Baggy's broken later than him. Baggy sent it down the inside.
And you will have DRS, so you might have a good run here.
Baggy is not afraid of this Hall of Famer. I can help Southerner's all on the marbles. Yellow flags at the back between QWERTY and Warhead. And Baggy has re-overtaken Southerner. Did not expect to say that today.
You know, a cracking race.
I mean, this is like a P5 for Baggy. Because obviously Beast is definitely getting some sort of penalty if it gets submitted to the stewards.
I mean, if it doesn't get submitted, then that's kind of like, how? But it should be submitted.
Although it has allowed us to have a Ham Jam brother battle for the final lap.
That's true.
As well as Southerner versus Baggy once again.
I'm gone a bit deep.
Oh, here comes Ham on Jam. Oh, Jam on Ham even. That's tactical braking from Ham there. Braking earlier so he can get the DRS. And he's got a nice switchback. Jam went way too deep. And now Ham on the switchback, and he's going to have DRS. Ham has played his brother to a fiddle there. But Jam's going to have DRS this time. Oh no, oh, that was close. Oh, there's more contact between the two. Ham had tried tactical braking again. I'm not sure who was ahead at the detection point.
No, it's still Ham.
So Jam's got it, but he's too far back. And this time Southerner has got Baggy. Ooh, that's understeer from Jam there. Ham's fired it in sideways at the hairpin. So head into turn 10. Ham's wide again. Look at how low revs Jam's having to use coming out of that hairpin. The turn 10.
Yeah, it's a nightmare this
Going
game.
short shift so much, even in these F2 cars.
You can get away with it in F1 for sure. There must be a little massive traction margin between F1 and F2.
Yeah, that's off track for Jam. But at the front, Toby's 1, Corey's P2, Medal P3, Owen crosses the line a brilliant 4, ahead of Beast in provisional 5th, Southerner who crossed the line in 6th, and Baggy, it's the first race of the season, and Baggy's already got his points. 2 points at least for Baggy fan. Ham will get the last point ahead of his brother, and Bennett will get P10. Mash was only a tenth behind Bennett. Then you have Ben's dodgy after that spin with Jam, and then Echo 14th, Squashy 15th. Warhead will overtake QWERTY because of penalties, and then we wait for Husky Saturn, who had to pit earlier in the race. But yeah, Legend, what are your thoughts on that sprint race that we had?
Well, it's definitely showing that formation up off is definitely so chaotic going down into F1. But apart from that, the race entertainment has been up there. Great battles, as we saw. We saw Toby make his way up to the field to claim P1. Few incidents, but it's more or less we saw Baggy also leading for 3 laps.
Yeah,
So that's a solid drive for him.
So Toby driver of the day, obviously started P10 on because he got pole in qualifying, and he'll come through to win the race. I reckon this feature race could be won at the first corner. If Toby still leads at turn 1, I reckon he could just run away with it, kind of like Max Verstappen-esque. But it is a British 1-2-3 on the podium. And then it's an English 4-5. And then back to British 6th to 9th, and then a World Bennett. And we have got a lobby restart after the sprint race because the game is so good that they don't give you enough tyres to do Formula 2 racing. We're going to have to try and somehow keep track of who's the overall top 3.
Well, I've took a picture of the top 8.
I mean, to be fair, the
So-
top 3 in this race are the people who are all starting inside the top 4 in the main race. So Jeff saying the tyre, not having enough tyres is more of a skill issue than a game issue. To be fair, I agree, Jeff. They could just race on like 80% tyres and do a 2-stop strategy. I reckon that would be more entertaining.
I mean, they
Try
could
and
do
all-
like McQueen and just race on rims.
I think that would be more entertaining, that would, to be fair. Watching them on 80% tyres to begin with, and then having to do a 2-stop soft race.
Yeah, there's I mean, I understand that the formation laps for it is so chaotic without no formation laps because you just go straight into it. I think after a few races, should have formation lap back, hopefully. I'm going to check quickly as well as they've actually put a note on it yet.
Right, new lobby is up. Yeah, while we're in that break, if anyone watching has any questions or wants to say anything, and we'll answer and have a bit of fun. You can do with Matt's random questions that he always does if he's watching a stream.
Well, they haven't put the things saying about formation flaps in the community raised issues.
Oh, that's
for,
helpful. Well, that
so
means
yeah,
it's never going to get fixed.
because a patch is meant to come out Monday, but that's not anything we really want. It's just more, it's not even feedback issues. That's more on investigating.
So once the lobby is loaded in, there will be a 2-minute break. Jeff has said, if Karita is so good, why doesn't he race F2? He can't handle a cold Thursday night. That's the reason. How much did Scar pay to be a Div 2 admin? Since when was Scar a Div 2 admin?
Yes, he was a Div 2 admin.
Have you got like 10 admins or something now?
No, just forever's.
Because you now got Coot as well, don't you?
Yeah, to me, Q, Scar, that's it.
What's happened to the old admins?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know.
Who's the actual head admin between you three?
I don't know yet.
Get me in as the head admin.
Determined.
There we go. Have you three as admins and then get me in as a fourth head admin.
No, because you just wind up crew.
No, I won't. I'll be on my best behaviour. I'll be in my serious head of streaming mode.
I actually want to see what your race like without seeing you on the grid.
Even more like a terrorist. He was a terrorist long before he started colliding with me.
I know. That's why I said I want to see what.
Why don't you just go back to what he was before, a terrorist? We've also got, how many wins will Moley get in Div 3? Moley will win as many races that turn into Wreckfest, basically. Because everyone will die and then it will just be Moley who avoids all the chaos and wins.
feel like Mola will win Bahrain. I have a hunch that Mola will win Bahrain.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, I'll be commenting that one, so that will be interesting to see.
Only because Bahrain is one of the first track we're gonna race on with people that don't know each other's full pace yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised there weren't more spins in that last race.
Not for F2.
Yeah, I mean, there was no like actual spins apart from like contact spins.
Because I'm not on the grid.
LSW Mazepin. First track to throw a red flag. I mean, it's
Monaco, that's even a debate.
A street. Okay, what street circuits are there?
Azerbaijan, Monaco.
Azerbaijan's not on the calendar, isn't it?
Oh, is it not? Ah, rip.
No, that's what I was told.
Oh, it's not. Yeah. Ouch.
Saudi
though.
You could Saudi, yeah, Saudi. There'd definitely be a red flag in Saudi, 100%.
That curb of death is.
That's not where you're gonna get a red flag. You're gonna get a red flag in as you head into sector 3 or turn 3.
Oh, the wall that's stuck out.
4. I don't know. Yeah.
The wall that's now there, but it wasn't there before. Yeah, that's probably gonna kill some.
Jeff also pointing out that the predictions chat is still open if you want to change your predictions after that opening sprint race.
Oh. Ouch.
I said Toby Ham Corey.
I haven't done predictions.
Definitely one thing I want to change on that, and that is the Evo Championship. But yeah, we have got a 2-minute break.
I don't do my predictions because I'm usually wrong.
I've come runner-up in the predictions the last 2 years.
Well, I think only one person put me down for winning the championship. If that happens, I hope it's the spinning championship and not the driver's championship, because I might win that one.
Need to be the new Menzepin.
I actually spun the formation lap. Oh, when did I spin the formation? Oh, it was on
Liam Zepin. There we go. Liam Zepin.
Jeez, that is just the worst name you could ever make it.
Well, what suggestions have you got then?
None, because I don't spin.
I think your pre-season says otherwise.
There's no proof.
I mean, they were streamed.
Yeah, no proof. There's absolutely no proof. There's none.
Yeah.
All files have been corrupted.
None.
No proof.
At the moment, majority on softs. Although you got Corey, Southerner. Okay, no, everyone's just switched to the hards. Right.
Yeah,
everyone in the top 6, apart from Toby, but you can guarantee Toby's going to switch at the last second. There we go. Okay, he's just gone to hards already. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of going to just end up being like the McEwen division where every single person's on the hard tyres. Oh. So we had no countdown at all. We just got 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go.
Oh.
Yeah, this no formation that really fucks streamers. But Toby's still in the lead. Toby's got a massive lead. He's got a great start. So yeah, Toby's won this. They're all there 5 wide in the middle there. See ART of Beast and Baggy's there, Jam's there. Bennett's dropped down the order a lot. But QWERTY's up 3 places on that opening lap. Baggy and Jam battling still. Jam temporarily up 4 places. There's a spinner in the background and that's Husky Saturn again. So things are bad for worse for Husky Saturn. Jam trying to go around the outside of Baggy. It's QWERTY and Suvner also battling. But Suvner will keep P5. But yeah, unless there's a safety car or something happens, I think Toby's just going to run into the distance like he did in that sprint race. Already almost a second clear of Coy and Ham in P3. Ooh. Where was this?
Coy on the soft.
Yeah,
he's on soft.
He's on the soft tyres, right?
He's going to be interesting to
why
see
he
what
looks
happens.
good.
Yeah.
Because yeah, the tyre difference is massive. But I have heard the hards only last about 3 laps before they drop off as well. So whatever tyre you're on, they don't seem very good, apparently.
In real life, drivers can
get
go
past Suvner.
in real life, drivers go longer. Lovely.
Yeah, I'd probably say expect soft runners to come in about lap 6 and then the hards about lap 10, I would assume.
Well, he's had a bad exit here. This might open up Silverfog. Move now.
Yeah, Suvner knows not to battle because he's on the alternative strategy. Owen and Mash battling,
Look, could have a go.
as is Squashy and Bennett. And Echo, Alan, Sem. Oh, Sem's in the corner now. And Squashy's gone into the back of Owen, and now Squashy's round as well. Okay, it wasn't Sem who died, it was Alan.
Yeah. Just saw that. Someone else had a spin as well.
Yeah, I was on board with Squashy.
And nothing for that either. No VSC or nothing.
Yeah, things haven't gone Sem's way tonight, have they? A lot of people were putting him in his top 3 for your predictions. So if you're watching, you might want to quickly change that. Suvner and Dodgy, QWERTY's gone round. After looking so good early on. And now QWERTY dropped down to 17th. Marsh on the soft tyres has worked his way up in the P9 now. He was P12 on the last lap, so he's got past Owen, Baggy and of course QWERTY with that spin. Although he could be under
train.
Right, no, we got no DRS this time. We will have DRS down at turn 3.
Yep, and we got a train from P5 all the way down to P15.
Just about Mash won't have DRS. Oh, was that Jam in the back of B? I think he might have just avoided that. Squashy's definitely retiring. There we go. Everyone's staying in line for the moment, and oh, there's a spin in the back. Is Owen?
Oh, that's
Owen
a
after
surprise.
P4 in the sprint race.
Did he get tangled with someone?
No, he just lost it. Spun up the rears on that hard tyre. Owen obviously won the Evo race as well, running P4 in that sprint race. Currently your sprint race winner, Evo championship winner would be Mash and Bennett. So we got a right old Evo battle going on here. Bennett, Baggy, Echo. Baggy is on the hard tyres. And he loses out to the 2 soft runners of Echo and Bennett. That was a nice bit of lag from Bennett. It's so weird not seeing Bennett in a high tech.
Why's that? Has he always been in one?
Woo! Jam sideways because he went in the back of Beast. And now Mash has got Jam. Two things I wouldn't combine. Having Jam on like a mashed potato. I mean, mashed potatoes in itself are disgusting. Let alone adding a bit of jam and ham. More battling going in the back. Yep. It's now Sem on Baggy. Baggy continuing to drop. These two are on the hard tyres, and QWERTY's gone into the back of Baggy.
That's the wing I saw flying off him.
And that's QWERTY diving down the inside of Baggy at turn 8. But yeah, it's very much you've got the three outliers in the middle of the pack of Mash, Bennett and Echo all starting on the soft tyre. Everyone else, of course, on the hard tyre going long.
Mash could try something turn 13, but I don't think they're going to. And he's gone wide for good measure. The XL turn 13.
They're all just trying to tactically brake.
Yeah,
Has almost
I saw
caused a
that.
massive collision for Bennett. I mean, Bennett's done very well to avoid that. Because that could have been like all 3 or 4 of them out of this race. Or with damage at least. And somehow they've all ended up with DRS.
It's because I think they just were in a DRS train of the UKBs.
Shannon Nash still side by side with turn 2. They've somehow made it through turn 3 without gliding. Bennett's got the runner on both those, so they're going to go 3 wide down
Oh no.
into turn 4.
Oh no.
Bennett breaks so much later. Bennett's gone straight on.
I knew that was coming.
He somehow only lost out to Echo and Mash. He'll stay ahead of Sam. Thought that looked a bit too late to be braking. Everyone else had was slowing down, and then it was just Bennett speeding up still. Front you got Beast and Dodgy. Medal and Ham are also battling. What about if you got a medal made of ham?
Oh god. No, I've got that image in my head. A ham medal, god.
What about a jam medal?
God.
But we medal on ham down this straight with DRS. So yeah, Toby as expected is a 5-second lead. Corey is then 4 seconds ahead of Medal and Ham, who are battling in the VAR and MP Motorsport car. Jam and Mash are battling again in the other VAR. That's slightly off, being forced off by Mash and Jam. And this time Echo has the better run. Beast and Dodgy still side by side. That's Dodgy's lost, Beast lost the rear end and almost took out Dodgy. Sem's got Bennett now as well into turn 4. Oh, and then Bennett's gone into the back of Sem at turn 8.
Oh. Well, yeah, it'd be interesting to see when these Southwinders pit.
Yeah, I said roughly lap 6. That was just a complete guess by me. That was what would make sense. But the soft tyres don't look. They still look like they got more grip than hard, so you could potentially extend that. Because I assume it would be an undercut as well, like F1 would be.
Yeah, is it a massive undercut for F2 like F1 is,
No
or is
idea.
it still?
I mean, I've done a grand total of 1 laps in F2 cars. Decided that I hated them, and then didn't bother with them,
Okay.
which is why I'm in the commentary booth and not.
I've never driven these F2 cars since F1 2019. Since my knowledge of it. Or was it 2020?
Yeah,
I can't
they
even
feel
remember.
worse than 2019
2020.
is. Husky Saturn's now lost it again as
Jam.
Jam pits on the hard tyre.
And he gets a
speed.
5 seconds.
Yeah, expect a lot of people to speed, by the way. Apparently the racing line is extremely, like, a million miles out for pitting. So expect a lot of people to speed in that pit lane.
Oh, like you got to brake earlier than what it says.
Yeah, by a long, long way. Like, Owen braked when it said to, and it's a 37 mile an hour speed limit, and Owen went into the pit lane at 59 mile an hour in practice.
Oh god.
So he was getting on towards double the speed limit, braking when the line told him to brake.
Oh, Jesus. I'm guessing it's the same for F1 as well.
Yeah, I had no idea, eventually. I mean, last game it was a bit like that in F1. Mash is so late on the brake there. Yeah, these soft tyres look really good, so Jam's going to get a really nice undercut. Obviously, he was back in the battle with these soft tyre runners. So, and with the way the softs are hanging on, it looks like it could definitely be the right shout from Jam. It's just whether, obviously, he can make those soft tyres go 10 laps. But yeah, Mash certainly looks like he's got the base.
Had a little look going in the last corner, but
Right, Ham's in as well, and Ham
that's
speeds.
another
So
one.
yeah, Ham,
Yeah.
Jam brothers, both spades. Beast
is
is
Beast gonna
pitting.
speed? No,
No,
Beast
Beast
is
knows that the line
massively.
is very wrong. Echo almost overtook Beast in the pit lane.
Because
Yeah,
Beast
it's
slowed
so
down that
strange
much.
that all the hard runners are pitting before the soft runners.
Well, Echo was a soft one and he pitted in.
Cooper Benz has locked the rears up because he's not running ABS. So he kind of drifted into zone 1. Yeah, the tyres look really dodgy when they're coming out of the pit lane. Jam has jumped Beast by 4 seconds. Echo's also jumped Beast in the pit lane. Yeah, the undercut's massive. In one lap, Jam has jumped Beast by 4.5 seconds. And obviously Beast tyres aren't going to be up to temperature. So
Jam was looking at like P5 then, isn't he?
I mean, Ham could potentially even catch Corey. He was 4 seconds behind him, but Jam's got Beast by 5 seconds. So if Ham can do a decent outlap, potentially be with Corey. Mash and Dodgy battling. Still, soft tyres look really good for Mash.
So it gives all these guys on the hard to see almost Corey
Mash
gets 5
is
seconds. That's not
the-
going to help him out.
Oh, Corey sped.
That's not,
Yeah,
that's really
Mash
not going to help him
is
out.
the only soft runner to, well, the only person who started on the softs not to have pitted
Oh, he's going in now.
until now. He's definitely speed. He's got it down.
No, he's not. He's managed to yet.
So
Yeah,
Tony
look where
still
Jam
hasn't
is.
pitted. Obviously, he had a massive gap, so he can cover it. Ben speeds.
Oh, Jam's come to the last corner now behind Husky. Husky's gone deep.
Where is Ham coming out? See, Ham hasn't had that much of an undercut. He's literally come out alongside Medal still. Oh, that's close. Slight contact there. Yeah, that's weird there.
Jam beats Southerner.
Ham didn't have an undercut at all. He's literally come out exactly where he was with Medal. Soon see with Corey. That was 6
So maybe the
seconds
tyres
for
came out
Toby.
of the graining stage at that point.
Yeah, Jam's even jumped ahead of Suvner. Obviously, he has that 5-second time penalty. Chicken Rosie saying men's winning McEwen. Yeah, not happening.
Men's the Ford McEwen more like.
Hey, last time I was in an AlphaTauri, I came last in the division. And then dropped down to Div 2 and won 2 titles.
You'll still get like at least. You'll get a podium at least, I bet. What
We'll
the
not get
races?
podium.
I mean, if something bad happens and it's a late safety car, you could just do a Xesco-esque.
It's McLaren. That's not going to happen. Toby Pitts. Sam is going to lead. It's normally Sam who wants the massive undercut. But this time we've seen Sam going really long. Hamlet fastest lap. And Corey, he has... Oh, okay, as I say that, Sam's binned it. Yeah, I think this is why Sam always goes for a massive undercut, not an overcut, because he's just binned it. And now he's half beaching it on the gravel. But yeah, Corey has caught Toby by about a second and a half because of that undercut that he got. Equally, I think Ham's caught Corey slightly because of his undercut. Sam's just drifting it round corners now. Now Dodgy looking to try and get past Echo. Echo on the hard tyres. Dodgy on brand new soft tyres.
Dodge on that massively in order for these undercuts.
Yeah, only Sam's yet to pit.
You think about it, it was him and UKB Assassin that were battling.
Yeah, Beast is 5 seconds up the road.
Yeah, so
Corey
it's massively
passed
off that.
Took a 10th out of Toby on Toby's outlet. Jam's up 7 places. Well, soon to be 8 places. Otherwise, your next big gain that is Echo with 6, and then Mash with 4. But Jam and Ham brothers, one's looking to attack, one's looking to defend from Southerner and Medal. Ooh, Ham's locked the rears there. Going to turn 10. That always tricky 9 and 10. Double left-hander.
Just to note that these are slowly getting close to Corey. But I think
it's getting bigger. It was
straight,
3.7.
yeah.
Corey is
Going on to
catching Toby though.
4.2, so.
Was 5.7, it's now 5.5. Obviously, nowhere near enough because he's got to be doing a second a lap if he's to catch Toby. But Medal, if he can just hang in 5 seconds behind Toby...
Ham's had a mistake.
Ham. Not quite sure how Ham's managed to stay out of the wall there. But yeah, if Medal can stay within 5 seconds of Corey, then Medal will get P2.
Yeah, like I said, it just shows you that this game is a lot easier to catch the car than it was in F1 22. As soon as you got halfway, you're spinning.
Mash and Echo still battling, both of them on the hard toe. Mash, yeah, was definitely undercut by Echo. Obviously, Mash went on much longer on his soft tyres compared to everyone else.
Mash even got overcut by Dodgy because those two were next to each other. Or was it? I think it was Baggy. I can't remember.
Oh, who's just gone flying off into a barrier behind them? There he goes, Bennett. I'm not quite sure how he survives. So all I was looking, I was just seeing Owen and
You
Baggy,
met
and
the
then someone
Mazepin
goes
barrier.
flying off into a wall in the distance.
Yeah.
Behind him.
That's the Mazepin barrier lines.
Yeah. Bennett's lost his whole front wing. I mean, he's lucky to be alive. It's Owen and Baggy battle on for what is P3 in the Evo Championship. Echo currently winning that. So they're all in a line, P9, 10, 11, 12, and Bennett has now crashed again. How's he crashed there?
That could be a late safety car. That'd be spicy
on the
late safety car.
straight. And it's nothing. We did not get a one-lap safety car. So basically, Toby's won this race because Corey's dropped off by 1.5 seconds. And he's got a 5-second time penalty anyway.
I mean, a late safety car would have spiced those 5-second penalties up to there.
Yeah, that would have screwed over both Ham, Jam, Corey. So they would have basically they would have been forced to pit again, just to serve that time penalty. Owen and Maggie battling then side by side into turn 1. Baggy with the outside line, with the full traction control. Jumps on that corner so well. None of them have DRS, crucially, which is good for Baggy, as he will stay ahead for another lap. Beast is trying to find his way back past Jam, who overtook him a lap or two ago. And Beast is purposely staying behind, deactivating the DRS. Presumably wants him down the main straight.
You also could know that he has a 5-second time, so there's no point risking something.
That as well. There's a massive gap between the top 4 and 5th. As there was in quali, obviously. In qualifying, those top 4 were 8 tenths clear of P5, and in the race it's basically transpired into that as well. The top 4, 11 seconds ahead of P5. But once again though, Southern has always wanted to be best of the rest, and that's exactly where he is today. In P5, best of the non-sweats of the top 4, as Sem's gone off again. In the road in Carlin. As Owen has finally got past Baggy Fan, as they both caught up to the back of the Echo and Nash battle as well. So we're going to have a 4-way battle for the Evo win. As QWERTY gets a 3-second time penalty. And Sem pits again and probably to retire. Or maybe not. He wants the fastest lap. As Owen sent one on Echo. Down into turn 8. Oh, he's almost lost the rear. And that's going to allow Baggy. Here comes Baggy. No, Baggy brakes. Nash just has enough of a gap to Echo not to worry at the moment. Might be different going on to the final lap. Owen on the soft tyres trying to... He's got so much more grip than Echo. He's trying to go the long way around turn 11. As Mash gets a time penalty. And that's going to drop him down to P4 in this Evo battle. As he goes off again. So your Evo win will be between Echo, Owen and Baggy Fan. And that's going to end that battle. Owen spinning Echo. Slightly
Yeah, it seemed like a little bit too early of a turn in for Owen there.
Yeah, and once again, Baggy has to slam on the brakes to avoid a spinning car in front of him at that corner.
Always Mash gone deep into turn 1. Compromising for turn 2.
Jam must have made a mistake because he lost out to Beast and Dodgy on that straight.
Beast was already past him.
He's now dropped behind Dodgy as well. A long way behind. Toby's got a 10-second lead and he's lapped them.
Landed in a different class.
Right then. We've still got one lap to go. Toby's so far ahead that when I thought this was the final lap because Mash and that hadn't crossed the line.
Well, he has a lap Sem trying to unlap himself.
Yeah, well, Sem's trying to go for the fastest lap on this last lap. And he's also going to... This is quite good for Sem because he's going to get DRS the whole lap behind the race leader.
Yeah, he's going to slip for him for all 3 straight off, all 4 straights.
Exactly. Baggy's got back within DRS range of Mash. Owen somehow got Mash and fled into the distance as well.
What is the fast lap at the moment?
I think Corey had it as like a 42. Let's see.
Squiff,
42.0. Toby's fastest lap is 8 tenths quicker than anyone. As Mash has got a straight 5-second time penalty for track limits again. Down at turn 1 somehow.
Oh.
Okay.
Never knew you could get a 5-second time penalty for track limits. That's a new one for me.
Well, you normally only get them if you like cut the track so severely. But he somehow done it and lost 3 seconds. So
Great game.
Quite sure. Because he ended up in the runoff zone where Stem was. Just not as far. Oh, we are on to... There we go. Toby crosses the line then. And wins. A dominant... He's got maximum points. Fastest lap in both races. Wins in both races. And the pole position. Corey crossed the line P2. Medal won't quite get him. And then Ham, we wait for Ham, P4. And then it's a long wait for the rest of the field. The rest, those 4 were in their class of their own. Suvner best of the rest, as usual, in P5. Beast will just stay ahead of Dodgy for P6 and for P7. And then Jam will get P8, even with the penalty. Before we will have Owen, who potentially could be under investigation for a collision with Echo, and Baggy. I think that's Baggy's first ever double points finish in a Formula 2 race. I would think it is. So fair play, Baggy fan. P11 for Echo, P12 Benz. Mash 13th after those bizarre track limit penalties at the final lap. 30 is spun across the line. Husky will P15. We wait for Warhead in 16th, of course. Sem, who somehow unlapped himself despite being behind Toby across the line.
That's what I legit was thinking. I don't know how he was like ghosted.
Yeah.
Behind him and still managed to do the last lap of the race.
Yeah, and now he's pitting on the last lap as well. And there we go. That is the end of the first race of the season. So we'll get the top 3 in an interview. We got to get Baggy. First double points finish.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's already some beef going on in the F2 chat. Squashy saying whoever Bennett is needs to learn how to brake, and then Bennett said shut up teammate, but they're not teammates. Because they're in the same livery car but different teams. Obviously everyone calling Toby a sweat, which is unsurprising. But yeah, any thoughts on the results in the end, Legend?
Yeah, it's obviously to prove who dominated this weekend.
Well, yeah, maximum points for Toby.
As everyone
A
predicted he would be.
grand slam as well in that feature race. No, he didn't lead every. But yeah, I think he would have led every lap in the end because obviously Sem crashed on the lap he took the lead. So, pretty much a grand slam for Toby. As we wait for everyone to join the party. That's just why I don't think Baggy's joining. Come on, Baggy.
Come on, Baggy.
Get in the party, Baggy.
Shut up.
You got double points.
I don't know why I've invited him. He probably won't join off mine, but
My driver of the day.
Oh yeah, shit. Forgot about having to do driver of the days again.
he doesn't
Yeah,
have a
Like you
mic.
saying he doesn't have a mic. You were literally speaking an hour ago. About Maggie saying batteries have died, which is nice cap. So we'll start with the podium interviews then. I think P3 overall would be medal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because medal P3 and P3, I think. Yeah, double P3.
Yep.
So yeah, medal. Talk me through your two races there. Obviously, decent result compared to last season. So yeah, how are you feeling about the new game and your new F2 and those two races?
Yeah, going into this, I was very unsure. A lot of unknowns. Ham didn't do a lot of practical, doing loads of Toby and Corey, and it looked like a one-horse race with Toby. But yeah, in the end, the races were good. The sprint was quite hectic, I must say. Everyone jostling like mad, but somehow managed to get away unscathed. I did think at one point I could have possibly fought for the win, but Corey and Toby both managed to get through the traffic quick enough. Drove off, fortunately. But the feature was a lot more just dealing with everything, trying to get a good old little battle with Ham. Surprised how I managed to gap him in the end so comfortably, but he was pretty quick. Definitely with the lack of practice, so he's definitely one on the radar, I think. Especially with this track being so difficult. Yeah. Overall, I'm pretty happy. Double my podiums in history, that's good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think there's a lot more to see from Ham, obviously. I know he didn't practice much for today, and he obviously only going to build on that. He always comes good towards the end of the
Bahrain will be
season as
good.
well. So,
Playing Jeddah, yeah. He'll be
yeah,
back.
exactly. Anything to add, Legend?
Obviously you had a battle at sprint race with Owen. Was it just was that a fun battle for you? That in that sprint race?
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't expecting him. Well, no offense to him at all, but I was sort of expecting through not easy, but be able to clear him somewhat easily. But he's very quick today, very quick. and it wasn't like I was gapping him either that quickly after passing him. He got to about 2.3 in the end, so fair play to him. It wasn't for me.
Yeah, I
He'd
think
have
all
abode him.
the Evo drivers as well was looking much closer to the non-Evo drivers this game so far.
Which is good.
Obviously, you had like the likes of Baggy up in. Well, he led 3 laps still. Baggy did. With it was the Evo 1-2 with Owen in second at the time.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I
Um,
remember seeing the deal. I'm like, oh, come on, Becky, let's go.
exactly.
Yeah. It's impressive.
Yeah. Right. So head on to Corey then P2. Double P2 for you. You couldn't quite match the sweat of Toby, but how are you feeling after that one and for your season ahead?
I think I kind of maximised everything I could out today. Really, obviously 2 P2s. Don't think I was ever going to get the fastest laps. Yeah, overall pretty happy. To be honest, I expect to come into this weekend maybe to just get in the top 3 overall because I'm not really feeling very confident on this game. I think you'll ask probably 99% of the grid and they'll say that this is probably the worst experience they've probably had in an F2 car, and that's coming from some of the most experienced drivers in this division. Yeah, I think race wise, sprint race struggled to get through the traffic a little bit. Obviously, me and Medal had that bit of contact, which I'm sorry for, and Toby had a last ditch dive to try and make the race interesting, which again I apologise for. I let them through respectively. Feature again, Toby just absolutely cleared off. I made it a bit hard for myself getting that 5-second penalty on the pit lane entry, so I had a good race with Medal. Well, time penalty wise anyway. But yeah, I think big shout out to the Evo drivers today as well, really. Of course, we had Baggy get the double points finish 7th and 10th, I think it was, in both races. Who else got points? I think Owen, he got decent
P4,
points as
yeah.
well.
P4 in the sprint, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, again, I think it's a good showing from the Evo drivers, especially today, and I think they should get a lot more credit than, that is actually given out. Yeah, I think, obviously not the most of entertaining races, but I think especially for the drivers that don't get noticed and attention so much often, I think they should get their time in the spotlight as well.
Well, the last 3-4 laps of that race, you were literally focusing on the 4-way battle for the Evo race win. All 4 of them in DRS range. It came to a collision in the end, but
I think either way though, it's still good to have some entertainment still in the Evo class as well as the actual championship as well. Because I think it was did Owen win the Evo race in the end in the feature?
yes.
Yeah. So again,
He
good
could
weekend from Owen.
potentially be under investigation for a collision with Echo, but
Yeah, I
I
heard
think
a
he
lot
still
happened.
finished ahead of. I still think he finished over 5 seconds ahead of Echo, so he should still have the Evo win.
But yeah, we were coming into this season obviously noticing, I think I said in the F2 admin chat that there was going to be probably a bit of a mix-up with the grid and, we might see a few drivers surprising themselves at the field. I think Baggy, again, no disrespect to Baggy, he's had a fantastic first weekend, obviously struggled to get points last season, got a reverse grid pole first race, led the race for like 3 laps, had a good battle with Owen. I didn't really want to overtake it, I was enjoying watching it to be fair, and gets himself a double points finish for the weekend. So I think, again, kudos to Baggy, kudos to all the Evo drivers, as I've said about 50 times already. But yeah, good weekend.
Legend?
I don't have anything else to add. You covered it all.
Cool. Well, we'll move on to Mr. Sweatbox. Toby.
Hello.
It seemed like it was very easy for you. Obviously, you got pole, you got both fastest laps, you got both wins. But was it easy for you?
The sprint race especially was not. Obviously, I knew from pre-season, from practice tonight, that I should be coming in with an advantage. But was amazed at how quick Ham was in qualifying, actually. It had me sweating. I think it was only into turn 11 that I gained it on him. So considering that he'd done 1 hour practice of F2 all game to be in that position, but brilliant from Ham. And again, just to echo what these guys have said, fantastic from the Evo drivers. Obviously, Owen, particularly in the sprint race, had pretty much the same pace as Corey and Medal, who are obviously two of the favourites for the title this season. And then you've got other people as well throughout the field doing well. F2 cars do feel completely different this game, and I think it's worked so far to my advantage. But it's a long season. I can't make 2 of the next 3 rounds. So we'll just see how it goes from there, really. But I definitely want this title.
Yeah, exactly. Legend.
Obviously, coming into the sprint race, you were starting from 10th. Was it just head down, crack on, or did you just let the laps come to you in a way?
A bit of both, to be honest. I was hoping, particularly when I saw the results in qualifying, I knew I'd got a chance of at least a podium. I managed to get ahead of Corey, Ham, and Medal into turn 1. I was up into 6th. I don't know if it's a bit of contact. I made a mistake though on the exit turn 4, and that dropped me behind everybody, which left me with a lot more work to do. I got slight bit of damage on lap 2 from Sem and Southerner's collision. It was only minor, it didn't affect me too much. And then it's just a case of making moves, really, staying back and being conservative when necessary, and then also going for dive bombs. I think I did an Alonso on Hamilton to jam. I think I dived it on the inside of turn 8 on Beast, and Baggy I think I overtook into turn 1.
Oh yeah, your baggy one. No, your baggy one was dirty into like the penultimate corner. Well, the actual penultimate corner.
I think that was dodgy.
What should be penultimate corner.
I think that was dodgy. I know I definitely overtook somebody into turn 1, but it's just a case of like holding back. I don't want to get any penalties, obviously, especially this early on for the season. Obviously it cost Corey the driver's title 2 seasons ago. So I knew I'd just got to stay back and be conservative, but it's about having the right balance, and I like to think I managed that well in the sprint race.
Oh yeah, you definitely did. Obviously, coming from P10 to win the race, and then obviously going on to get a maximum points from the first weekend of the season.
Thank you very much.
Exactly, yeah. So I think that pretty much wraps up the stream. Anything you want to add, Legend?
Oh yeah, you can wrap up, mate.
Cool. Well, thanks, Legend, for joining me in the comms today. Saudi Arabia will be the next race for F2 next weekend. Obviously, we'll have Division 2 tomorrow, which will see Legend spin multiple times.
No, we won't.
I mean, you're going to be called Mazepin by 5 races time, so...
Nah, I'll forbid it.
Or Liam Zapin.
That's just not sticking.
Yeah, it's such a mouthful. And then obviously Saturday we'll have the 3 boys, and then the McEwen boys, where you'll probably see me in last place.
Now.
So yeah, catch us Sunday for that. Hopefully join SLR for more action over the weekend.